Got just a quick update on the next day. That sucker is finally out. I can't imagine trying to do that with the fender on. How do you even, But the old fuel pump is finally out. That was not easy. Got to be careful because it's got this glass top, though there is a I don't know if you can see it, but there's a rock chip in this thing. I don't think it's leaking, but certainly I think I found why I wasn't getting any kind of fuel pressure in this thing. It was full of mud, and I haven't taken it apart yet, but I'm sure it's gross on the inside. Now, I don't really know how to, gotta read up on, testing this thing, but something doesn't seem right with this. I mean, that's all the actuation it's got. But I don't know if there was still gas in the unit and I tipped it over, but I got a bunch of gas coming, well, let me center it here. Gas coming off onto this spring here. So I think that might mean the membrane in this guy is toast. So I ordered the gaskets, but I didn't order the rebuild kit. So we're just gonna, carefully set this guy over here, not break that glass, because it's kind of nifty having the original. Yeah, that gasket did not go quietly into the night. It came off in multiple pieces, so that's what they do. Luckily, I hit up the flea market, and someone had this wonderful assortment of putty knives. And they had this narrow one here that was just the right size to go in here and scrape the old surface down. Careful not to get anything in there. Ooh, but what I'm afraid of though is that it's got some wear on it. Oh, I don't know if I can get that camera in there, but yeah. I don't know that part right there matters, but this is actually my first look in the crankcase. Kinda, I mean, it's a 70-year-old engine. You can't have high expectations, but I do see a little bit of rust in there. That ain't good. Especially because this engine actually has been turning over a little bit. Not just by me, but from the previous owner. He said he turned it over, so I didn't think it'd be such a big deal to turn it over some more. Because I guess I figured, if he had done that, then whatever damage there was to do was done. While I'm here, because I do have this ecosystem here that constantly gives me spiders and such, I'm gonna go ahead and just plug up this hole in my engine block. We'll just make sure nothing else gets in there. Whew. Well, this was supposed to be a quick update, but we're here at almost 5 minutes. But that's it for this one. I got that thing off. Woot. Now I gotta go buy a rebuild kit probably. Well, today, the garage on the hill, we have success and failure. Yesterday's fuel pump rebuild antics, it left me hopeful that that thing would actually work. But something just still wasn't right. I put it back on, got it all gasketed up, even cleaned this bowl. That thing looked pretty dang mint for a minute. But it didn't pump. Like fuel would come in, but it would not come out. And I'm starting to think that it was actually going into the crankcase, which, sucks. Now I gotta, change the oil. But yeah, a bunch of crud came through when it was trying. Still can't get anything into this carburetor. Pretty sure it still needs a rebuild, but yeah. Also, you might have noticed the radiator is back on. I went ahead and did a little bit of cleanup on it. Cleaned up the threads on the bottom. It's not bolted down yet. Got just the raw copper showing because the paint's, fading coming off of it. And I guess it's got some red on it from some overspray from forever ago, but it's mostly full. I need another bottle of that. But we were so hopeful that we might just get it, to fire and to run today. I almost got spark plugs, but AutoZone only had one in stock, so whatever. Next time, maybe. But yeah, success in that the radiator's on. That's always kind of awesome. But to fail because of this thing. I was gonna get a rebuild kit for it. Finally got the thing fully disassembled. And I thought it was gonna be harder, but no, as long as you have a punch and a hammer, what is this guy? One of these. That's all I needed was, 3/16 punch, and it came right off. So, fail though. I don't know if this is just a special one. Special. I mean, I don't know if this is just like a non-standard one. I've seen a couple different styles of these, but it was supposed to have some kind of plate here, retaining these check valves in, and it did not. You may notice that one of those looks a little bit special. That's because it's actually over here. We didn't know what we were doing, and it wasn't working anyway, so that one kind of got a little bit broken. So obviously those have got to come out. If this is going to be rebuilt, those have got to come out. This diaphragm may actually be solid. I mean, if you look up really close, that looks kind of, yeah. And that thing, I don't know what happened here. I don't think these are supposed to be twisted. But this one was. But it's toast. It's done. I'm tired of messing with it. I spent too much time and got the new gaskets in at least. So there's that. But yeah, ordered a new one today. I don't want to, give a shout out on the source yet because I don't know if it's any. He's an unproven source. We'll see. He's actually a kind of a local to me guy, so we'll see if that works out. But so much fail. Ordered a new one. If I can figure out how to get these bastards out, I might just go ahead and rebuild this one and keep it as a spare, because apparently these go out. I've never really messed with mechanical fuel pumps, but apparently these go out. So it'd be nice to have a known good working spare on hand just in case. Or, if I'm going to go play with some other, flat fender Jeeps on the trail someday. That's the end goal, maybe someday. So if one of them loses the fuel pump, I could have one as a spare. Those are just spare parts. Spares are nice. But yeah, this was fail. Just ordering a replacement. And once again, it does not start, unfortunately. That's it for this update.